back at it again, and we've got another crazy story to talk about here today. Sheesh Louise. It just never ends, which I guess is good and bad. It's good because we always have something to talk about. It's bad because we have to talk about it, you know? So, like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you're following me on social media too. And with that being said, let's dive in.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Ms. Pocock, for staying online. I know you're not in the room. We haven't forgotten you're there. Appreciate you being here. I was curious to get your thoughts just really on, in the context of this conversation we're having today, what the role of the traditional nuclear family is in society today, and what your take is on that.
Thank you for having me. I recently had a surgery, and so I'm not able to fly. So I really appreciate the opportunity to testify virtually. What I can tell you is that research shows that young people who are connected with trusted adults, whether it be parents, in fact, just one trusted adult reduces the risk of suicide by 5 times. So the reality is, family structure is important. And, those of us in this community know that we have family structures in which our children are very taken care of, have great health outcomes, similar to others who might be in different structured households. But the truth is anyone can be a trusted adult and impact the outcomes for.
Of course. And I was paying close attention to that trusted statement. Trusted, not parents. Okay? Not parents, but trusted adult. See how they always try to change language? The left is always just trying to change language, in different ways. Trusted. To weasel their way in.
Young people, and so that's why we're constantly educating the community. Be the trusted adult for the young person. No matter where you are, you could be a teacher, you could be a neighbor. If that young person trusts you, they can come to you with a difficult problem they're facing, and that will reduce their risks.
Do you believe that parents have a right to be involved in these sort of discussions with their children in school?
So we have I think about 100 parents who participate in our programs to support their young people. And so at Inside Out, we believe that if parents want to show up as a partner in the success of their young people, they're going to have healthier outcomes. So, for example,
but do parents have a right to know? Is my question.
Do parents have a right to know what?
What their child is dealing with? For example, if there's a child or a teenager in school who's questioning their identity or those sorts of things, do parents have a right to know and be involved in that discussion?
Well, I'd say, it depends. Again, we have young people who show up at our space who are leaving unsafe, abusive homes. And in that case, we have to do everything we can to make sure that young person is safe and protected. We are constantly filing reports of abuse and neglect because of parents
I understand
not
the cases
young people who
it sounds
are.
like you're deflecting the question a little bit.
Hold on, wait, what?
I understand the cases of it sounds like you're deflecting the question.
Because of parents
I understand the cases
young people who
it sounds like you're deflecting.
Because of parents not what young people who they are? Did she say accepting young people as who they are? So they refer them to child protective services? This is gone. Woo! Ring, ring, ring. Child protective services. This parent is not accepting their kid for who they are. This is violence, and we need that kid removed immediately. Do you hear what she just said? One more time, because it is a little broken up. So I'm kind of filling in the gap a little bit there, but let me know if y'all heard the same thing.
Because of parents
I understand the cases
young people who
it
they
sounds
are.
like you're deflecting the question.
Carry on.
A little bit. I understand cases of abuse. There's laws to protect the abuse. I mean, schools actually are legally obligated to report cases of abuse. Same for
Facts.
churches and the like, anyone who deals with young people. But, do parents have a right? Should they be informed about what's going on? Do they have a right to know what's going on in their kids' lives?
She's going to say no.
So I think,
Guarantee it.
again, those of us who are protecting and supporting young people are there and trusted with the information of the things that they are dealing with. In terms of parents' rights to know at schools, I mean, here in Colorado, parents don't have the right. If a young person is questioning their gender or their sexuality, there are laws in place that say that they have the right to process that with their trusted counselor.
So you do.
Okay, well then, since you're the parent now, apparently, then you can pay for everything. You can pay for their food, their water, their clothes. You can pay to house them. You pay for it. Since you want to be the parent so bad, have at it. Carry on. Carry on. That's what I say. If me as a parent, I have no say, well, then apparently you're the parent now. So I either need child support, okay? Not from the government, but from you, because you're the trusted adult. You're the parent now. Or they live with you. You pay for their housing, the food, the water, the clothes, all that good stuff. You keep them warm. Have at it. Is that a crazy statement? Am I delusional for saying that? Let me know in the comment section. It might be a little crazy. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
You do a significant amount of your work with kids even starting at age 13.
Yeah.
What would be the age of consent then in your mind?
In our
5.
community, the age of consent to mental health therapy is 12 years old. So we have laws that enable young people to connect with trusted adults who can support them. That is just so important. It prevents suicide. And so we serve young people at 13 because we know they come to
What did she just say?
people at 13 because we know they come to us and we can prevent negative health outcomes for them.
I need to look at statistics, but as far as I'm aware, I do not believe 12-year-olds or 13-year-olds are pine boxing themselves. I'm being a little PG here, okay? I don't believe that is happening at any significant rate. Now, obviously, the loss of life is tragic, of course. We understand that. And I think we can all agree to that. But to make, and listen, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I just want to say that before I say what I'm about to say. But to make a minute issue, because she brought pine boxing yourself up, to make something like this and turn it into this, I feel like is disingenuous. Now, maybe I'm completely wrong, and maybe the rate that, 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds, people that young, pine boxing themselves is a lot higher than what I may know. I could totally be wrong, but I don't recall ever coming across any article or reading anything about, significant rates of that whatsoever. But if anybody knows, let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen, I will admit to that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It just is what it is, But I don't believe that's the case. But let me know.
Yeah, lately, we've seen a lot of people in the news coming out detransitioning. Could you speak to that phenomenon and what's that person going through?
She's gonna stay silent on it. I guarantee it. She's not gonna say anything. And this is one thing that I'm always, and I'm gonna continue to rag about it. Everybody that has watched all of these videos, you know where I'm about to go with this conversation right here. But this is what I'm constantly ragging about when it comes to the right. We don't play the game. The left plays the game well. They play it. And I've watched them play it so much, I can almost guarantee you she's gonna tap dance around this question. She's gonna tap dance around it and try not to answer it. But she's gonna word it in like this fluffy, flowery. I can't even talk. She's gonna word it in this very, very nice way. Guarantee it. They play the game well. They know when to hold them, and they know when to fold them. They know when to talk, and they know when to sit back and be quiet. And watching this is just like, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy because I'm like, yo, the right could be doing the same thing. Oh, man. But, of course, we have leaders like, we need to ditch Mitch leading the party. Goodness gracious. But let's see if I'm right.
Did they get it wrong? Were they going through a period? Is it just a fluid thing? I mean, can you speak to that?
Well, I can't really speak to an individual's personal experience. I mean, somebody's gender is just a really personal experience, but I can speak to you. I've been in this work for a long time. I know a lot of trans folks, close friends, family members, and I just never heard a case of anyone detransitioning. So I honestly don't think it's a real. There's
a number of cases in the news right now where this is happening.
Tap dance around. Not gonna answer it.
Happening, and the concern for parents have is, we've all had awkward teen years where we've questioned things in existence and a lot of things, and the question is kids who are maybe making a permanent decision even without the input of their parents and making irreversible decisions. There's some who've talked about they can't have kids anymore and they wish they could, and the like. And so I'm curious how we would work to protect kids. I wish we had more time.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Because I think this is an important issue to get into. But thank you for being here.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel.
What did I tell you? She was going to tap dance around it and not answer the question. Oh, I don't know anybody. I can't speak to it. You can't speak to it, but you're in that type of work field and you advocate for it, but you can't speak towards part of that. Interesting. Very interesting. I told y'all. I've watched them play this game so much, just the left in general. I know exactly what they're going to do before they even do it. I called it. Now, why can't we on the right play that same game? Why can't we tap dance around questions when we're asked certain things? Why can't we, word things in a very nice and fluffy kind of way, even though, it's total BS? Why can't we do the same thing? Oh, I forgot. We got leaders like we need to ditch Mitch leading the party. That's part of the problem, okay? The example has to start from the top. And, of course, Mitch is selling us down the river. We're up, Poops Creek without a paddle in sight. We ain't sticking our hands in that water, okay? It's Poops Creek, of course, I ain't putting my hand in that water. I know you're not going to. So, what do we do? What do we do? Because I am so sick of watching these type of things happening, and it just feels like nobody is doing anything about it. Or nobody that's in a position to make a change is doing anything about it. You got people like me who always scream about it. Then you've got some politicians, some politicians on the right that scream about it, but they're not in leadership positions. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm just growing frustrated. Goodness gracious, man. This stuff. And how do you guys feel about her saying you have no right? If you aren't the trusted adult or trusted persons, you have no right. Do you guys think my statement earlier was crazy? Do you think I'm delusional? Be honest with me. Maybe I am. Don't let me live in, an echo chamber, okay? If you disagree with me, let me know. It's fine. We're not always going to agree on every single topic. That's totally fine. That's real. That's real world, So, yeah, let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. And how can we on the right get better at playing the game? Let me know. Peace and love. I'm out.